Kickstarter is a website that was launched in 2009 by Perry Chen, Yancey Strickler, and Charles Adler. Its purpose is to help individuals with ideas that they themselves are unable to fund, so they turn to the consumer to help them out by donating or kickstarting this project. As a thanks for doing that, they get some special perks. Mainly whatever the project is, they get it for free. Since its start, millions of projects have been thrown out onto this website, and only a few small projects were able to make their goals and actually make the product. Why am I giving you a history lesson on Kickstarter? Because without it, we wouldn't have gotten today's game. This game ended up being the fourth most successful campaign on Kickstarter, raising a record total for most backers. At the end of it, they raised a bit over $8 million. Holy shit. So today on CineGamer, I'm going to take a look at that game, show you how it's played, and what they did with all that money. As for the movie, I'm going to admit I'm a bit nervous about this pick because it's a movie that's not very well known. A lot of people don't know about it. And, you know, I'm sure that even the people that made the movie probably forgot it even exists. But it does involve a murderous cat, and, well, that's what I do here on the show, is pair games with movies. So today we're going to play Exploding Kittens, and we're going to review the 1988 film, The Uninvited. Let's get to this episode right meow. Exploding Kittens is a take-that, try-not-to-die/explode card game designed by Elan Lee, Shane Small, and featuring artwork from Matthew Inman, better known as the Oatmeal. You can play this with 2 to 5 players, and an average game takes no longer than 15 minutes, depending on the number of people you have. Now, there are 2 versions of this game. There's the regular first edition version, and there's a not safe for work version that features crude artwork because, well, if you ever read the Oatmeal, you'd get it. Because I'm me, I'll be showing you mainly the not safe for work deck, but both editions have the same type of cards. So first thing I wanted to show you was the box that it came in, actually. I was actually one of the people that kickstarted the game, and I got the I got an early copy of the game, and as a result of me kickstarting the game, they gave me this really cool box which does this. It meows when you open it. And also I got 2 editions of the game. I had the not safe for work one and the regular one. This is the regular one with the regular artwork. And again, the ones I'll be showing you will be the not safe for work version that just mainly has a lot of poop jokes and diarrhea jokes and dick jokes and a couple of boobs here and there, but nothing super risque. Okay, so the object of the game is very simple. Do not get the Exploding Kitten card. If you do, you explode, and that's it. The game is over. Now to set up the game, the setup of the game is very easy, and I'll use this other deck to show you. First you take out the Exploding Kitten cards, and you take out these diffuse cards, and then you take the rest and you shuffle it. Shuffle the rest of the cards, and then you hand out to each player 4 cards. Then each player gets 1 diffuse card added to their hands, and then you put the rest of these back into the deck along with the Exploding Kitten cards. Now what you do is you take the number of players that are playing and subtract 1, and you put that many Exploding Kitten cards. So, for example, if you're playing with 5 players, you would put all 4 Exploding Kittens into the deck. If you're only playing with 4 players, you put 3 in, and so on and so on. So you take those, shuffle them into the deck, and then you put your deck in the middle, and you begin. When it's your turn, you have 2 options. You can simply end your turn by drawing a card. Oh no. Or you can play a card from your hand. But you must always end your turn by drawing a card. If you do draw an Exploding Kitten card, you have to show it. Then you can discard your diffuse card, and then you take the Exploding Kitten card and then secretly put the Exploding Kitten anywhere back in the deck. You can put it on top, on the bottom, anywhere in the middle, just somewhere in the deck. Then put it back on. Next person's turn. If, however, you do draw the Exploding Kitten card again, and you do not have a diffuse card, you are out of the game. Now, you can defend yourself in other ways. You can simply skip your turn, which just means you don't have to draw a card. You can see the future, where you can see the top 3 cards of the deck, and then you just know what's coming up. Ooh, that's a terrible hand. If you don't like what you saw, you can shuffle. You can shuffle the deck. You can ask for a favor from another player, which just means that you're going to pick a person, and then they give you a card of their choice. You can attack a player, which simply just means you end your turn without drawing a card, and the next player that goes has to draw 2 cards. Now, you can counter any of these actions by playing a nope card. So if someone wanted to attack you, you can go nope, and then you can nope a nope, which undoes that nope, and so the original action can stand. And you can keep chaining nopes until it eventually ends, and then you're all confused and trying to figure out what to do next. And then finally, there are these cards that don't really have any instructions on them. They just have interesting artwork on them. And these don't really serve that much of a purpose, but if you collect two of a kind, you can discard them, and you can then pick a person, and they basically fan their cards out like this, and then you pick one of the cards. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get their diffuse card. That doesn't always work out that way, unfortunately, but that's the purpose of that. If you do, however, if you do play 3 of a kind, let's see. If you play 3 of a kind, you could then pick a person and demand a card. So you can say, I want your diffuse card. Now, you don't have to be honest, and you can lie and say you don't have one, but just know that everyone's going to be noticing and looking and will probably remember if you played one or not. So you can try that, and there's no penalty for lying, but there's that. Oh, the only thing, going back to the nope cards, I forgot to mention, the only thing you can't nope is you can't nope a Exploding Kitten card, and you can't nope a diffuse. You can nope pretty much anything else in the game. Literally, that's the entire game. It is not super long, and it's not very hard to play. Almost anybody can pick this game up and learn how to play it. Since the how to play section went by really quick, I did kind of want to focus a little bit on the not safe for work artwork, because I think it's really funny. Maybe I won't show you all of it because I think you should just buy the game. But like I said, there's a lot of boner humor that's involved, and a lot of boob humor. Another boner joke. Another boner joke, I guess. Let's see. Here's an owl smoking crack. Baby owl smoking crack. Toilet werewolf. Let's see. What else? The Notecards are some of my funniest ones just because of the jokes. Like, jump rope, more like jump nope. The Nar Nope. How about Cantaloupe? Put on your necktie and nope. Holy smokes, you look good. I said nope, motherfucker. The Pope of Nope. Yeah, we showed that one. Let's see some of the See the Future ones. There's some boner jokes in there. Yeah, there's that one. Another one. There's the boob one I was telling you about. Anyway, yeah. It goes without saying, because the Oatmeal did the artwork on this, I really do enjoy the artwork on it. I think it's really funny. And again, this is the not safe for work version. The regular version's not that bad either. It's not as risque, but still pretty funny. Just showing you some of the cards here. Beard Cat. Yeah, I go by pretty quick. Taco Cat, that was a very popular one. And yeah, so that's the artwork and some of the cool cards that's on there. I just thought I'd show you that really quick since the how-to part has gone by really fast. So that's the artwork. Oh boy, you guys have no idea what you're in for. I mean, this movie's a trip. This is Uninvited, or The Uninvited, and it's from 1988, written and directed by Graydon Clark. Now, if you're an MST3K fan, you know that name. He made that Charlie's Angels ripoff movie, and also made that Final Justice film with Joe Don Baker. So you know this is going to be a quality film. We open in some lab, and two scientists are experimenting on a cat. What they're doing and why cats is never explained. Actually, get used to me saying it's never explained, because it's going to happen a lot. While getting the cat out of the cage, it gets loose and the scientists freak out. They, along with some armed guards, go looking for it. Now, why all this fuss over a cat? Well, because it's no ordinary cat. Well, on the outside it is. On the inside, it turns into a monster puppet. So this mutation lives inside this ordinary cat and only comes out when the cat is annoyed or threatened. Now, how many people are going to annoy or threaten a cat? In this movie, a lot. Anyway, the cat kills the scientist and the guards and it gets free. We then meet Bobby and Suzanne. And it's spring break! Woo! They find themselves at a fancy hotel with no way to pay for a room when they come across Walter Graham, a super rich Wall Street guy who gets an immediate boner when he sees these two hot girls in bikinis and that they need help. He makes them his guest and invites them to his yacht for a party later that night. But here comes cockblocker George Kennedy and Clu Gulager to take Walter away. They take Walter to the boat to talk to this guy who's going to help them solve some problem with the FCC. Now, what problem do they have with the FCC? It's never explained. But Walter thinks this guy is going to blackmail him and Clu Gulager kills him, even though it looks like he's really not into this sort of thing. Now that I think about it, why does Walter think the guy is going to blackmail him if he's going to help him? It's never explained. The cat, meanwhile, is fed some milk by a nice stranger, but some guy comes and robs the nice stranger and steals his wallet. Uh-oh. This upsets the cat. He sneaks onto the robber's truck and kills him, causing the truck to crash. Man, I guess he was carrying a shit ton of glass around with him. Elsewhere, Bobby and Suzanne come across Lance, Corey, and Martin, these three guys who are also there for spring break woo. The girls invite them to Walter's yacht because why not? Along the way, they find that darn cat, and Suzanne decides to keep him. They get to the boat, and Walter isn't too happy about all these people and a cat showing up. Wait, are these people supposed to be the uninvited? I thought the cat was the uninvited. I mean, it's not like he's invited inside this cat and now on this boat, but now these guys? That's a twist I didn't see coming. But because Walter's kind of a dick to his crew, it just leaves Rachel, the ship's captain, as the only crew on board. The three guys sort of volunteer / sort of get promised sexy time with Bobby and Suzanne if they agree to be the crew. The cat just promises to be a cat. And also, whoever edited this movie must have thought we were morons, because anytime the cat is supposed to be in the scene, they dubbed in a cat's meow that goes on and on and on throughout the scene. I mean, it gets old pretty quick.
It was. And don't you run away from Mama anymore.
Hey, are you doing a movie about a cat?
Yeah,
Why?
because I'm doing a game about a cat.
Why can't you do a movie about a dog?
Because there's not a lot of games about dogs.
There are no games about dogs?
I'm not saying that. There's just more games about cats. But I'm sure I'll get to a game about a dog soon enough.
Fine. Can I sit here and watch the rest of the movie with you?
As long as you promise to be quiet.
Sure.
Anyway,
Woof.
Walter is in a super hurry to get to the Cayman Islands because some money he possibly stole, maybe from the FCC, is there, and he needs to get to it before they do. I don't know. It's never explained.
Woof.
Okay, to jump ahead a little bit, because there's just some near flirty sex. Promise to see boobs, but no delivery on said promise. Oh, Clue Gallagher does run afoul of the cat and gets killed. Oh, and we also get some of the widest dancing you will ever see in a movie not called Friday the 13th Part 4. The movie takes a turn into batshit crazy territory, with possibly the greatest series of events that has ever unfolded in a movie. Now, let me break this down for you. I don't even care if this video goes over 2 hours. You just need to see this shit. First, Walter spots Bobby in her workout clothes like Fonda, but apparently his anaconda wants some because she definitely got buns, hon. So he tries to rape her. Now, before I get all negative comments on my video and whatnot, I'm not saying this scene is cool because of the rape. In fact, it's technically not rape yet, because all he does is push her to the couch and try to get on her. So near rape? But one of the guys, and no, I forget what the guy's name is already, comes by and Walter tries to act all innocent, but dude knows what's up and tries to fight him. George Kennedy shows up, pulls a gun out, and he's thinking, this dude attacking Walter for no reason. To be fair though, Bobby could have been like, "He was trying to rape me!" But she just lays there. There's a scuffle. Corey shows up and knocks the gun out of George Kennedy's hand, but not before it going off, shooting the other guy in the shoulder. the gun falls. Then out of fucking nowhere, the mutant cat comes out and bites George Kennedy in the ankle, but is off camera, so no one, including the people in the scene, know what's happening. Everyone is confused by this, but Rachel decides to call for help. Walter, remember he's on a time crunch, threatens to kill Suzanne if she calls for help, so she doesn't, but thanks to a fire extinguisher, Suzanne gets the gun and they lock Walter up in his bedroom. George Kennedy is lying on a couch, dying, muttering about the cat doing it.
Woof.
Now that's another thing. Much like the dubbing of the cat in this scene, we get an overdub of George Kennedy in pain throughout the entire scene.
Oh!
What?
This movie is fucking terrible. I'm glad there's no dogs in it. I'm out. Woof.
Thank God he's gone. Anyway, George Kennedy dies, they shove his body into the ocean, and oh yeah, during that last scene, the boat got damaged so they can't go anywhere. And it's at this point, an hour and 10 minutes into the movie, that all the characters just suddenly change. Rachel is now all lovey-dovey with Martin. The dude who got shot is about to get it on with Bobby, because nothing turns a girl on like almost getting raped, and then watching a guy die from a cat wound. When it's revealed the cat is chewing on the dude's numb arm. Now because the cat is a mutant, everyone's all worried that they're going to become mutants, so the dude freaks out and is about to jump overboard, and for some dumb reason, Bobby jumps with him. And everyone just assumes that they died. Literally, they're like, oh damn, they fell over, oh well. Back to the character change, Suzanne suddenly becomes like a paranoid catatonic, and Corey becomes a raging asshole.
Just get away from me. I'm not helping you with anything.
You will take watch like you're told.
No.
Listen, you bitch, if you had to brought that car...
And they try to ration the food, but the cat ends up eating it and poisoning it, which Suzanne finds out the hard way. Corey gets killed when some steam blows up in his face, and he ends up shooting a hole in the boat, because I guess this boat is made out of particle board. Now that the boat is sinking, and 75% of the cast is now dead, they decide to get on a lifeboat. Now Walter gets greedy, and of course he wants to go get his precious money when he comes across the cat and gets killed. This just leaves Martin and Rachel on the lifeboat, and the cat is trying to get on the boat. Martin somehow figures out the cat just wants to float on something. Maybe he should buy a boat. Martin empties one of Walter's suitcases that's full of money into a duffel bag, and he gives the case to the cat, who accepts it and simply floats away. Martin and Rachel land on some island with $1 million, and the cat finds another normal cat to occupy its body, and the movie simply comes to an end. Alright, and that's Exploding Kittens. I gotta say, I really enjoyed this game. I have fun with it every single time I play it. I've introduced it to a lot of people, gamers and non-gamers alike, and they've pretty much everyone I showed it to basically enjoyed it. I have not found one person who hasn't enjoyed it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is another game that's very divisive for some reason. Some of the super hardcore gamers that I've seen online or other game reviewers have hated this game, and I don't know why. Probably because they probably feel it's too light for them, but you know, not everybody is into super long 9-hour epic games. You know, some people like quick, 15-minute take that style games, and I almost wonder if that's the reason why they didn't like it. It's because of the take that part of it and the whole elimination part. People really have a problem with elimination games, and I don't know why. But I enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna try not to be a douche about it and be like, well, you don't got a sense of humor if you don't enjoy the game, but it almost feels that way sometimes, almost as if people just don't have a sense of humor and can't, you know, let boner jokes happen or fly in a game or whatever. And you know, they made 2 versions of it. They made a regular family-friendly version and one for adults, and they clearly say on the box, there's a separate box for the adult version of it. I just put both into this one, but it says on there it's for 17 and up. So, you know, I don't know what the big deal is. So, I don't know. I think some people just need to lighten up a little bit and just enjoy it for what it is. They never said they were making a serious game or, you know, something that was supposed to, like, you know, make people think or anything. It's just a light, silly card game you play in between your serious, long, epic games. Or you can take this out. It's very portable. I've carried this everywhere. You can play it at conventions, if you're traveling, going to relatives' houses, you're going out like to a restaurant or a bar, you can play this. If you have the Kickstarter, you know, you can open that up. People really like that. As simple as that is, people really enjoyed that. But overall, I really love this game. I really do. I was really happy with it when it arrived and I played it. And every time I play it, I just keep wanting to play, and people have to stop me. And they're like, okay, we're done playing this. We got to move on to something else. I could literally play this all day, every day. So I am going to give Exploding Kittens 5 Exploding Kittens out of 5. I really enjoy this game. It is a lot of fun. The more people you have, the better I think it is. I've played it with 2 players. It's okay. It's a little more nerve-wracking with 2 players because there's only just the one exploding kitten and it could be anywhere. And it really sucks when you get that early on and you gotta use your defuse card right away. But it's still a lot of fun and I highly recommend it. It's out in stores, out on Amazon. You can order it now. It's huge for a reason. It's a lot of fun and I recommend it. Alright, so my final thoughts on The Uninvited. Now, keep in mind, this is purely based on how entertaining the movie was, alright? The movie in itself is actually really stupid, and it sucks. It's done poorly, not the best acting, like, from anybody, and the script just makes, like, no sense. And again, that character change midway through just happened so suddenly. It's like, why? Special effects are like 0 to none. It's literally like a puppet. Just someone has a puppet and they're just going up to George Kennedy's ankle. Like, it's hilarious. So this is just based purely on how entertaining this movie is, which I was super entertained. There are some slow parts in the movie that, you know, it's going to happen because they got to get from point A to point B. But, you know, once that cat starts attacking people, it's fucking hilarious and it's awesome. If you're into really stupid, crappy movies, I say give this a shot. It's a lot of fun and just don't take it too seriously. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 exploding cats. Alright, and that is going to do it for this episode of CineGamer. I'd like to thank everybody very much for watching this and for being very patient in regards to the channel. It's rather a lot of bullshit that I'm going through this right now, but I'm dealing with it and we'll see what happens in the upcoming months here. So next time on CineGamer, I hope you join me where we attack some boats. See ya.
Oh no. Go away, please.
Ain't nothing here but us killer pussycats.
Woof.